Welcome to Conversations That Build, where we have a real conversations that elevate your mindset, your money, and your life. Those conversations create clarity, confidence, and growth. We have with us today Miss Angelina. She will talk a little bit about herself and what she does. I'm happy to have you today
Thank
on the
you.
channel and welcome again to Conversations That Build.
Well, thank you so much for having me. A little bit about myself is I am born and raised Floridian. I've been here for forever. I haven't been anywhere else. I truly love it here. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale and still in the Fort Lauderdale area, but yeah, it's home. It's pretty much home to me.
Okay, so what do you have for us today, Angelina? Let's see, right?
Mhm.
So, who are you beyond what you do? What do you stand for as a woman and entrepreneur?
So, out of what I do, like hobbies or what I stand for, like beliefs and
Both.
okay. So it's more of my like God-given purpose to be in business, definitely. That's how I see it. I wouldn't see me doing anything else right now, considering also like the job market is not really good right
Mhm.
now. So I feel like entrepreneurship is definitely a way to climb out of the hole I don't even want to dig myself to begin with. Like when you have a job, you have to hope that they keep you there, and I don't like that. I rather just make my own money. So that's more
Yes.
of what I stand for, of my values outside of, I don't know what the best word is, outside of like traditional ways of making money, of getting like a 9 to 5 job. Yeah, definitely.
What you can say to a woman who feels stuck in a 9 to 5 and
Mhm.
kind of scared to start a own business?
Definitely. It's, what is it, 9 to 5, and then what do you do for your 5 to 9? Five until you get to work, and then
Yes.
when you get home from work at 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at home. I know it's different, obviously, if you have kids, a family that you provide for, but even starting just putting simple like an extra 5-10 bucks away, and maybe stop habits like going out to eat, or just costs that you don't need that you don't need to for your lifestyle. You can start putting that money away for your business, and even just 1 to 2 hours a day to start your business, to start that progression, that habit change is definitely very game changer when you're in that 9 to 5, instead of just doing nothing. You can always start somewhere, read
Start
a book,
somewhere.
in that sense. Yeah.
Where did your journey begin and what led you to create this unique style of networking
Okay.
events?
Yeah, we started about 3 months ago, so it's fairly new business. In December of 2025, we had our first event. I've been networking for about a year and a half, and I just noticed there was something missing in the industry of networking. They're all the same: show up, what do you do, and give me your business card, and that was the whole conversation. But if we can connect with people in a more genuine way, a more fun way, I feel like more people will be prompted to go to networking events. Like, for an example, we play like trivia. A lot of people enjoy the trivia games, the competition that you have against other people, win prizes, and you're also connecting with the people you're playing trivia with as business professionals. So it's fun and also innovative, and it works. It's not like you probably meet more people in those group settings compared to just open networking, how it
Yes.
typically are.
What made you realize that traditional networking wasn't enough and that connection needed to feel different?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, you meet more people in those group settings. And you said what got me out of that traditional networking? Is that mostly
Yes.
what you asked? Yeah, it's because traditional networking isn't like, people probably dread it. I do sometimes dread to go to networking events. Like, oh, it's gonna be boring. So 5 people are gonna ask me, what do I
What do
do?
I do?
Yeah, what do I do? Just give me a business card and
That's
never
it.
talk to me again.
Again.
Yeah, definitely. So something we also did at the last our last event, we had these cards with questions. Like, one of the questions would be like, take a selfie with the person next to you, so that now you have a picture of them and you can send it to them and be like, oh, like, remember our picture we took together? So that's like a fun way you can also meet people, instead of just giving someone your business card as well. and asking deep questions. Like one of the questions was also, if you could change industries for a day, what would you pick? You know, no one's ever going to ask you that at a different networking event. Like, if you could change industries for a day, what would you pick? You know, I've never heard that question anywhere else. So it's bringing that differentness instead of what they have at traditional networking events.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, it's really good. What was the biggest challenge you faced when you turn your idea into real events, and how did you overcome it?
My biggest challenge is probably getting people aware of what I do. I mean, it's still a big challenge right now since we're so early in what we do. We've got a lot of positive feedback. So I know there is good product. It's more of the marketing side that we need to work on. We've been consistent about posting at least a reel a day for the last week. We've been growing our Instagram pages. But yeah, mostly marketing is my biggest challenge right now. I learned, like, we didn't at first have a social media page, but when we did that, we started getting more people, more attendees. Me attending more events in person to get people to buy tickets as well also helped. So it still is the biggest challenge, but we're learning from it.
Okay. That's
Definitely.
good. What did you have to become internally to build something that brings people together like this?
So I'm not a morning person, so I definitely had to become more of a morning person. I was more of a night owl, and which is, you know, you can still get work done staying up late. It's more of the hours you put in the day than the time, in my opinion. Some people like, oh, it has to be at 5 a.m. I mean, I personally don't think so. If you're getting the same amount of work done in those hours, that's what matters. But I had to become more of a morning person because the networking events aren't at 12 a.m. at night. They're in like 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning for like those coffee places, because I go networking to invite people to my networking events. So I had to become more of like a morning person, more of an organized person, more of a consistent person.
Consistent, yes.
Yes, definitely. But I'm happier for it. I mean, honestly, when I feel like I'm being lazy for a little bit, I'm just like, what am I doing? I need to get back on track. So.
Yes, I mean, this is your purpose and you gotta
Definitely.
get into it. Yes. How can being in the right room or around the right people actually change someone's financial future?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I met someone on Wednesday night who runs networking events, and we're looking for collaboration. If I didn't meet him, I probably wouldn't have had that opportunity for collaboration and to make money in my business in the future for, you said financial decision, right? Yeah, so I wouldn't have that opportunity to meet those people. It's definitely, what's the right word? I mean, every time you go networking, you can't guarantee that you're going to meet someone that is going to better off your business as well. But it's more of a numbers game to a certain point. You know, if you keep meeting a bunch of people every week, you're more likely to get someone that can help you with your business or to collaborate and don't hard sell. So people who hard sell is kind of harder to get business with as well.
What would you say to someone who said that I don't like meeting people, I don't like talking to people? So is it for you, is it the boring thing, or they don't really like meeting people? So what do you think, and what you can advise them?
It definitely depends if they have a business or if they don't have a business. If they don't have a business, they're not incentivized to network as much. But definitely, I would advertise it more as like, oh, but you can like play games and you can bring a friend with you, you know, so you're more comfortable in the situation of not wanting to meet new people, but you can play games. Now, if someone is a business owner or a salesperson that needs to network, I'd just be like, do you want to make money? If they're like, yes, I'm like, well, you have to go talk to people. There's no if and or buts around that. You can't avoid it.
Yes.
So if someone was like, oh, I don't really like networking, it's not for me, I'm like, I can understand that. It wasn't for me at first until I started getting good at it. You know, it takes time to get good at it. And even if they are good at it, sometimes they just don't like it. But it's one of those things you just have to do, in my opinion.
Yeah, you have to talk to people anyways, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What is one moment from your event that made you realize this is bigger than me and that you will truly impact people's life?
We did a video at the end of the event for like testimonials. So we asked people, what was your favorite part? What would you like this game? And this guy said, I could never go to a traditional networking event again because I have you guys. And we didn't tell people to say certain things for our video.
Yes.
And I was just like, I'm almost like in tears when this guy said this. I was like, oh my God, like how much like we impacted like the people's experience there, you know, because they're like, I've never been to anything like this and I love it. And he's actually coming back to my next one.
Oh, that's
So
great.
so the testimony is definitely what made the true impact. Definitely people wanting to come back, and he wrote a whole LinkedIn post how much fun he had. So we didn't ask that from that guy, and
To say something,
to say
just
something
a
online
word
in
of me
public.
question.
Yeah, definitely. So it's definitely like just that reaction itself proves the event that it's good and people like it.
Okay. Where can people find you and attend your next event?
Yeah, definitely. Is it okay if I give my phone number out? I'm fine with that.
Yes, it's okay.
So yeah, you can text me at 754-281-6118. And I also have, you look up the Social Arcade on Eventbrite. You'll be able to find it on there for all our next events. And you can also text me with any questions, or if you'd like to do a collaboration, or if you would like us to host the event for your company or organization for like a team bonding type of thing. That's
Okay.
something we also do as well. But yeah, that's where people can find me.
Okay. What is the last thing that you're gonna say before we end these conversations?
Mostly if you're a business owner, like I'm an early business owner, only 3 months after creating my LLC. It's just mostly to keep going and don't give up, even if it's hard, it sucks at sometimes. You're frustrated. There's a reason you started, and just keep it going. The worst thing you can do is go back to a job and be
Yeah.
like everyone else. So
Okay.
that's mostly what I have
I
to say.
totally agree. So thank
So
you. I'm really happy to have you today on the channel and hope to see you next time.
yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll
It's great to
definitely
meet
come to your
you.
event too.
Of course.
Try to connect
Thanks.
with people. Okay? It was Conversations That Build. Until next time. Bye.